What's going on, everybody? Tonight, the PFL hosts their biggest event ever. No pun intended. The Battle of the Giants, Ngannou versus Ferreira. And in the co-main event, you got Pacheco, you got Cyborg, you got Leon Edwards' brother fighting today. But I'm not excited about this card at all. The PFL has done such an awful job of hyping this card. My buddy that I do a podcast with every Wednesday, Muddy Wolf, said it explicitly. The PFL failed to promote this fight. Watch his video, he'll explain everything. But the PFL has failed to promote this fight properly. They haven't talked about Ngannou being lineal champion. They haven't talked about how awesome Ferreira looked against Ryan Bader, who was a 2 weight class champion for the PFL or Bellator. Like, they haven't promoted this the way they should have. And I'm not excited about it. I don't know anybody who's like genuinely excited about it. Yay, we get to see Ngannou come back after 2 years. He hasn't fought in an MMA octagon in 2 years. In the meantime, he went 0-2 in boxing. Kind of a controversial fight with Fury, and then he got starched by Joshua. So how can you get happy? How can you be excited? How can you really anticipate this fight? Well, I can tell you how. I think Ngannou's going to get knocked out again. And it's not because I think Ferreira's awesome, because I don't. I mean, I haven't seen very much from him. I watched him beat Bader. He looked good, obviously. He has very heavy hands. But because Ngannou hasn't been in an MMA cage in 2 years, he hasn't been training like that, so I don't think his cardio is going to be there. He got cracked with big, huge gloves by Anthony Joshua, and he went down multiple times. Sure, he got back up, but these are smaller gloves, and Ferreira is a much bigger guy. So I'm going to say Ferreira gets the upset, Ngannou loses. The PFL stakes their claim on Francis and fails. Now, I'm not wishing them failure, but I think it's going to be a failure. In the co-main event, obviously I'm going to go with Cyborg. I think she's just a better fighter than Pacheco. Pacheco did beat Kayla Harrison, so she does have that on her resume. So if she does beat Cyborg, the PFL will have bragging rights there, which would be a very interesting thing to see. But I think Cyborg is going to make that look pretty easy, to be honest with you. Cyroids, whenever she's not, being checked by USADA, seems to be impenetrable. She seems to be very, very dominant whenever she doesn't have somebody looking over her shoulder, if you know what I mean. And then you got Leon Edwards' little brothers fighting. I'm going to pick him just because I like Leon Edwards. The guy he's going against is undefeated, so I don't have any reason to suspect that he'll win. But we'll just go with the family lineage and say he'll pull off the upset here. I don't know, guys. I'm not that excited about this card. Let me know what you think down in the comments below.